Hello, everybody. We're back. And we just watched
Are back.
Naked Gun. Not the new one, the original. That's the wrong movie.
I'm sorry, I had the Kentucky Fried Movie there because I've been working on a review of Big Business, which was by Jim Abrams, who's one of the Zaz team. So I had a bunch of Zaz related films. I don't have a copy of the Naked Gun here, but a couple of days ago I did. So I could have grabbed it. This was not planned for the Naked Gun remake. This just is all serendipitous. But I could have, if we'd recorded this a couple of days ago, just grabbed my copy of the Naked Gun trilogy and been all like, oh.
Yeah, Kentucky Fried Movie, that's another one we should watch. Now, granted, a lot of it's awesome, a lot of it, a bit problematic.
What about Top Secret?
Top Secret is awesome and not well known enough.
Hot Shots and Hot Shots Part 2.
Yeah, that's so commonly known.
Yeah. Alright, so...
Plus, the Hot Shots ones aren't Zaz films. Naked Gun isn't even a Zaz film. Technically, it's the Zaz... Because the Zaz team, they only wrote and directed Airplane, Top Secret, and Police Squad. Other things like Kentucky Fried Movie, they wrote The Naked Gun, although David Zucker directed it. They directed Ruthless People. So there's a couple of semi-Zaz films, and there's the actual Zaz things, which are only Airplane and Top Secret and Police Squad.
So we have full fat Zaz. We have semi-skimmed Zaz. Do we have a low-fat Zaz as well?
I suppose David Zucker's films, because he continued doing films in the same vein, but he often didn't work with any other Zaz members after The Naked Gun. So I suppose Basketball. No, it's not the same vein though. The later Scary Movies, American Carol, they're all David Zucker films, but they're also terrible.
Yeah.
So
let's not besmirch the memory of good films.
Yeah.
So, yeah, just straight off the bat, spoilers for anybody who hasn't seen this near, 40-year-old film at this point?
Was it 80-something? 86? 80?
No. This is like 1989, 1990, something like that.
Wow, that late?
No way. Really?
Yeah. It's very late 80s, if not early 90s. Well, they're checking me now.
I am, because I'm pretty sure that was in the 80s.
I'm saying very late 80s or early 90s. But
Holy
the earliest I'm saying...
shit.
Oh, was it 89 or 90?
89.
And
I am
a couple
older
of years...
than this film? Really? Yikes.
And something I just realized while watching this, because you have the sex scene comes up, and I was half expecting the Ghost parody, which was in like Naked Gun 2 or 3, and then I remembered, no, that can't be, because Jerry Zucker, David Zucker's brother from the Zaz team, directed Ghost, and that was his first film he did away from the Zaz films. So they can't be parodying Ghost because it hasn't been made yet, because they haven't split up yet.
Yeah, that is normally how parodies work. You do the film and then you do the parody. The parody's first.
Although Jim Abrams had already done Big Business at this point, so the Zaz team technically had split up, but they'd come back to the script for this. It's a complicated milieu.
Fair enough. But back to my original point. Spoilers for this. And we can also say that there's going to be no spoilers for the new Liam Neeson one, because that's technically a sequel.
And it's not out yet.
So... It's not out yet, yeah. It's August 1st. So
that one, okay, everyone was shocked that it was a sequel when it was revealed in the trailer that it was a sequel. Like everyone was expecting it to be a remake. I'm hoping that they're going to reveal that Liam Neeson is in fact playing Frank Jr. from Naked Gun 3, because he's meant to be 31 years old by this point. I calculated it. And make this a very elaborate joke on the fact that Leslie Nielsen got old very quickly and then stayed the same age. So show flashbacks to Liam Neeson throughout his character throughout his life, always played by 70-year-old Liam Neeson.
Okay.
They better do something like that.
Who knows? But yeah. So I haven't seen this film in years. I remember it being very funny, and I remembered correctly. One of my favorite things about this film is every now and again you will just have a character who has a flash of lucidity and realizes what the fuck is going on. You'll have something absurd happen. The rest of the crew, the rest of everyone just goes with it, and then you'll have just that one guy. And the next scene, he's back in on it. This is like, ha! That's my favorite thing about that film.
The it is still incredibly funny. Though you do begin to notice the reuse of jokes. You can see why the Zaz team were happy that Police Squad got cancelled after 6 episodes. A lot of the gags in this and other Zaz things, they would recycle gags from film to film and film to TV, from project to project. And because they started off as a theatre troupe, the Kentucky Fried Theatre. So that's where they workshopped a lot of their original jokes and stuff like that. But you can see things getting reused, and you can see why the later comedy careers of these guys was not quite as good as it was at the start.
Yeah, I can see that. So for anyone who hasn't seen this film yet, you should. It's funny. But it is essentially a massive rip on the bombastic 80s renegade cop story, where the cop goes after someone, breaks the rules, gets suspended, comes back and solves it on his own. That's literally what this film is. It's a rip on those.
I wouldn't say action movies. I'd say old detective movies, more than action movies.
Yeah, like Dragnet. That's what It's deliberately like Airplane, aping the 1950s sort of earnest and stoic style of TV, because Dragnet was the inspiration for Police Squad, and it like 0 Hour. It was very, very straight, played straight. But yeah, I can definitely see the 80s influences that you're mentioning, but maybe not. I don't see them quite as strong as you.
Fair. As I say, it's probably loosely based on that. It's like, cop breaks the rules, gets suspended, breaks the rules more, but it all works out okay because he got the bad guy.
Yeah, I haven't seen enough 50s crime things to know if that was a trope back then, but you're probably right about that.
It was in the 70s and 80s.
No, I mean in the 50s. I can't tell if they're riffing on something from the 50s that was existent in the 50s as well. So I think you're probably right. It was probably less common back then.
Yeah, it was a trope in the 70s and 80s, though.
Yes, I'm agreeing with you.
Anyway, it's the same kind of thing, like rips. Not rips. It's the same flow of logic that I think led to The Last Action Hero, the Schwarzenegger film. Have you not seen that film?
Oh, I have. I'm waiting for you to go into detail because I haven't noticed the through line yet.
It's the same through line where it's playing on that trope. Looking at me like you're crazy.
I think we're going to have to agree to disagree on it. I don't think there's an action.
Hagan has missed my original point, so now I'm just digging a hole and she doesn't understand it. Anyway, do you want to move on to your funny gag, your favorite gags?
So I don't get a view on the film?
I suppose, if you have to.
Yeah, okay. Well, like Journess, what I can say is I haven't seen this film in ages. This is the first time I have seen it in many years. And yes, still highly enjoyed it. Very fun film. Though I have to say, some of it
didn't age well.
Yeah, like some of the gags, they went on too long. Other of the gags I just didn't care for. The absolute stupidity of some of them was like, come on. But some of the sequences continue to be just absolutely amazing. One of the ones that really sticks in my mind that I really didn't like on retrospect was the sex scene. Very silly, not very funny.
Really? That's one of my favourite jokes.
I see everyone's different. On the other hand, the opening sequence with Drevin breaking the Legion of Doom or whatever you want to call them, and I did find that interesting considering all of these characters and how history has treated them all quite differently. Some is now viewed more positively, and then a lot of the others are a tad dead. Well, actually, I think they're all dead, but some of them are a tad dead by unpleasant and grisly means.
Yeah.
Is Gorbachev dead?
Didn't he drink himself to death?
Yeah.
No, that was
No, that was
Yeltsin.
Yeltsin.
I
Yeah.
think Gorbachev's
I
dead.
believe he died.
You should. I can't remember. The opening with the Legion of Doom, as you called it, it's a wonderful concept and it's executed very well. The who they're in there, and it's not aged well. To do with who some of these people are and what's happened since in history. Like it's a snapshot of American jingoism then, which is not aged particularly well in light of a lot of things in the last decades. So it's interesting.
To answer your question, yes, Gorbachev is dead. He died in 2022 at 91 years of age.
Although I didn't really notice for the first time, one of the guys in the Legion of Doom who did not say anything, who got beaten up by Drebin just very quickly and thrown to the side, looked a lot like Nikolai.
The random Rahman?
Oh, no, I didn't notice him. The one looked like Nicolae Ceausescu, the dictator of Romania, who died either around the same time this came out or just before or just after. He was iron squatted by his people.
Yeah, not long after. But then again, a lot of them did. But yeah, that was a great opening sequence. That's all I wanted to say about that part. Now, there's the segue, dear, into your favourite jokes.
Yeah, there you are then. Well, then, would you like to continue on then?
No.
Now you're just being all sorts pissy. The shit-eating grin. Alright, Hagan, what about you?
I'm not going to choose one, to be like, that's my favorite joke. I like the ones where they're using the restrained performance with the ludicrousness, like the Nothing to See Here, that kind of one. The one where, he's got the, he gets followed by his own car with the crash balloons and stuff, and he doesn't. He just reacts like completely. Everything's like completely normal. The secret sauce for this kind of comedy is the performance, which would be in an earnest melodrama. I'm a sucker for that. Which is ironic considering none of us are known for our underacting in when it comes to actual acting. But I really, really appreciate it.
I don't know what you're talking about. We are professionals. We are hurt by those comments. We could stand anywhere and do any true acting. We just choose not to because we're so dedicated to your show.
Honey, we poured the blood, sweat, and tears into your show.
Exactly.
The whole sequence with chasing down the doctor in the car is magnificent, though.
As I say, my favorite thing is tying on to that, where you will occasionally just have that one person in the shot who realizes how absurd everything is, but is just too stunned to react, and then it's drawn back in.
I wish we had an American here to talk to, because the whole sequence, the baseball scene, I have the whole sequence at the end. I got the feeling it falls a little flatter with us than it does with them, because we don't understand baseball. We have no idea how it works, so it's harder for us to tell what's a joke and what's not. The exact point where the joke parody and the other thing meets. Oh, look, there's an American. Unfortunately, he was not here. Unfortunately, he was not here when we watched the film, so we can't ask him questions.
Did you just invoke an American and one appeared?
Yes.
It's so boring they have to sell beer.
Because, if you don't understand baseball, if you've only seen like clips of it in films and stuff like that, you got a bunch of guys dressed up like idiots doing arcane shit that doesn't make any sense, and Americans are excited by this while eating hot dogs and stuff. And then you add a bunch of Naked Gun, airplanes as humor to it, and it's a bit odd. Like they're parodying something that you're not 100% sure how it works.
Well,
If that makes sense.
Can we just say, all Americans watching this, go into the comments and tell us about all the things that were and were not humor. What's even better, do it in multiple comments. Just say comment after comment, a comment for each line. And that way we'll definitely know what's funny and what's not.
And the fact that it improves the engagement rating of the video, wouldn't
Happy coincidence. Happy coincidence.
And even if it's something that's clearly a joke, we might not have full context for what they're parodying. So that's why it would have been good for the comparison. But it was funny, but I imagine it was funnier to Americans.
Mm. There is something that is a bit lost on us as well, looking back as well. Leslie Nielsen in our mind he is most famous for his comedy bits at this stage.
Mm-hmm.
But when Police Squad first came out, he was like Leslie Nielsen. He was known for being in serious films.
Yeah.
So this was the first thing of him being really just absurd. So back
Although
then,
it was Airplane was the breakthrough, not Police Squad for him doing comedy.
I'm aware, but he wasn't known for doing those kind of roles. He was the tough guy. He was the
no nonsense authority figure.
There, yeah. I completely lost my turn of phrase there, but anyway, yes, that's what he was known for. And him being in this absurd thing, 3 people. Because again, you're going to have, I'm pretty sure they're trying to do the exact same thing now with the remake, where they've got Leslie Nielsen, Hollywood tough guy, playing a completely non-serious role.
Yeah, I like
and
to
he's playing
think
it straight.
I like to think that was the intention with Liam Nielsen.
So, yeah.
Plus the fact that I could picture him in the role of a Drevin type character physically, like even watching the film and how Drevin speaks versus how Liam Neeson speaks, I appreciate the similarities. So again, we haven't seen the new film yet because it hasn't come out yet. And one of the big reasons we're doing this now rather than that film is we're probably not going to be able to get together to see it, at least not on release. So we thought we'd get the engagement anyway by posting this up.
Yeah, because someone was very inconsiderate and moved hundreds of miles away. I know, I'm exaggerating.
Jesus.
You could come to visit us and we could go to see it in that weekend, it'll be fine. With the new one, I'm expecting it to be quite good. I mean, early reviews are positive. I'm just a little bit sad we're losing the 1950s sort of feel to it. It looks like it's parodying modern stuff, like only modern stuff.
Yeah.
And I feel that I really like the earnest 1950s feel to it. So I'll see. I'm sure I'll enjoy it, but I'm sure I'll have complaints because I always have complaints.
Well, unfortunately, the 50s were a long time ago.
I know it's strange for comedy fans. The 50s feel has just become the Zaz style because they used it so often. It's interesting how things evolve like that.
Yeah, it's just very sad that some of the things that are now being referred to as retro hurts my heart.
Well, it's a side effect of getting old.
The Xbox 360 is technically retro now.
It's what happens when you get old, and remember, getting old is the worst thing that can happen, except for the alternative.
When this film was made, there was 30 years between it and the period being parodied. The equivalent would be parodying 90s action movies.
If they go a little bit more retro than the 90s action films and say parodied gritty 1980s films, like Cruising and all these things that Robert De Niro and Al Pacino were in, that, or if you're doing 1990s, parodying something that feels like Seven, That I could see working in a Zaz style
I don't
because
know.
it's so serious.
I can see parodies of things like Speed, or what's that one with the surfers? My mind's gone
Point
blank.
Break.
Yeah, that one. Those type of films, I think that could be done quite well in this style. But it's not the way they decide to go.
How about a version of The Rock?
That sounds a lot like David Zucker actually.
Nicolas Cage in it.
David Zucker actually pitched a Naked Gun 4 starring Frank Drebin's son in what sounded a little bit like The Rock. It was going to be, he was a police officer, he was signed up for some sort of a government thing, and it was going to be called, was it Naked Gun 4 OJ Did It? And then they were like Naked Weapon, that was another possible title. And they decided against it and went the way that they're going, but that was mooted for a while. Kind of surprised they didn't call it License to Thrill or something like that.
License to Thrill has kind of been used a lot for.
That's true.
For age inappropriate ratings.
You could make that an extra joke.
It's been used a lot for porno titles.
Fair enough.
So yeah, good film. I'd be surprised if anyone's watching this who hasn't seen the original Naked Gun. But if there are, go watch it. Then watch Top Secret. Then watch Airplane, because Airplane's awesome. Then maybe Hot Shots and the other Naked Gun films.
I will fully admit that anyone under the age of 25, there are going to be some reference jokes that are going to go over your head.
Yeah, lots of them.
Like the opening scene, you will have no idea who half those guys are. But no, it's definitely worth a watch. I realised as I was watching through a lot, because I haven't seen these films in so long, I realised just how much I managed to integrate Naked Gun 1 and 2 into the same story. And it was like, oh, right, that's from the second one. So now I'm going to have to watch the other films.
As well, you should.
Yeah.
Honestly, my memories of Naked Gun 2 and 3 are practically non-existent. I mean, it would actually have been pretty awesome if we'd taken the time and done all 3 of them and then the new film, which there's always still the possibility of doing. Yeah, like I have very little recollection of 2 and 3.
Well, if you have any memories of his girlfriend with red hair, that's from 2. She's at her best looking when she's got the red hair. She's blonde in the first and the third one.
Surely you know the gif of like everybody in the audience face palming.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that's from 3.
Yeah, was that an Oscars?
I think it was the Oscars. I can't remember. It's been so long since.
Yeah, I reckon I remember that one. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll add it to the film backlist because we still need to watch this K-pop Demon Hunters.
Yeah, there's a whole ton of films that we need to watch.
You know who the lady, who the girlfriend was in real life?
Yes.
No.
Okay, good.
I can't remember.
Well, if the audience doesn't necessarily know, so tell
It's
them.
Lisa Marie Presley.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Lisa Marie Presley.
There was a connection too to the teen driver as well. Someone told me a while back, and I can't for the life of me remember who she was. Oh well. Still one of the best jokes.
Yeah, the old
extend your arm and extend your middle finger.
the old man in the teen driver section, that was one of Orson Welles' team from his old Mercury Theatre days before War of the Worlds, and he was in like Citizen Kane. He was like a legendary sort of actor, and that was his last role.
Fair enough.
He did something else in the same year, that was also famous, like just before he died. I'm gonna have to look this up now because I'm curious and I want to tell everyone who he is. Talk while I look this up.
So yeah, I believe we find a driving instructor with that kind of attitude for you, dear.
No.
Learn to drive.
But maybe while Hagan is looking this up, we can start wrapping this up.
Yeah, sure. So, if you like our little rambles, if you like the shorts that Hagan does, if you like the reviews and the silly flubs, be sure to like, follow, subscribe, check out the Patreon. If you have a film that you desperately want to subject us to, you can look up details on how to request those through the Patreon. And be sure to join our Discord. Hagan's there all the time, and occasionally I pop in too to make fun of people. I don't know if Hagan has frozen or not, or if she's just waiting for me to shut up.
Oh no, I'm just trying to find the thing. Oh yes, now I remember. He was also in Scrooged as himself, as the narrator of the tale that was, the version of Christmas Carol. His name was John Houseman. He was a Romanian actor who moved to the UK when he was young and became very British.
Fair enough. So, watch the film, watch more of our reviews, and we'll see you in the next one.
And
Bye,
check out
everybody.
the remake, the car-based remake starring Liam Neeson.
You had to get that in there, didn't you?
I did. I made this joke earlier and they were not impressed, and now they're even less impressed. It's great.